You, yes you, I know you dream of moving from your country to a better country for greener pastures. This video will save you from moving from frying pan to fire. Here are 10 things you should know as an international student. This is Research Prodigy. We are your go-to brand if you are looking for admissions and work opportunities abroad.
Research Prodigy.
We are a group of experts that help you craft compelling documents such as your academic CV, your work CV, your statements of purpose, cover letter, and other documents that will enable you achieve your career goals. I was recently in an interview where we discussed about moving abroad as a student. I was asked lots of questions regarding students' experiences abroad. For the benefit of prospective students like you, I would like to address those questions in this video. I have students in the UK, US, Canada, Germany, and other European countries. From this student's perspective, you have to be prepared for the journey ahead. First and foremost, you have to tackle the issue of change in environment. You might be coming from a very hot region as compared to the cold region that you are traveling to. Students will struggle with the weather changes and weather conditions for months before they finally adapt. If you are looking to study abroad, you should come ready to face the weather. The second thing you should note is that you should be financially buoyant before you move from your country, because you might not even get a job in the first 6 months you move as a student to the country you are moving to. Make sure that you have a lot of funds to take care of yourself, your living expenses, your travel expenses, and other forms of expenses for the first 6 months. From the experiences, the educational standard abroad is quite different from your country. From the grading system to the mode of lecture, everything is different. You don't go there and call your teachers, your lecturers, sir or ma. You call them by their name. I think that's the first thing you need to know. Secondly, their lecturers are accessible compared to the ones in your country. So you can share your personal experiences with them, you can share what you are finding difficult with them, and they can assist you in real time. Of course, the educational system is practical based, meaning you will do a lot of assignments and projects even before the main dissertation. So when switching abroad, you should be ready to do a lot of research. Another interesting point is the fact that you must learn the language the locals speak in that community. It will give you an edge in class. It will also give you an edge when you're looking for a job in the local community. Another thing is the culture abroad. Truth be told, everybody is busy in their house or at work trying to earn a living because there are a lot of bills to pay. So as a student, get ready to be lonely. I might have discussed this earlier, but let me buttress my point. International students abroad face the challenge of understanding the educational system. Like I said earlier, it is practical based. So you expect more assignments and more research compared to the one you had in your country. They want to test your analytical skills. They want to test your research skills. At times, 90% of your work in school is assignment. So get ready to do some research. Language difference is one of the biggest challenges international students face. One of my students in Germany who came from an English-speaking country had lots of challenges when looking for a job because the employers required them to speak fluent German language. So of course, if you are moving to a country, focus on countries that speak the same language as your own country. If you focus on another country that doesn't speak your language, please learn their language fluently for about 2 years before you move to that country. This will save you a lot of stress and provide a lot of job opportunities for you. When choosing a country to study, you should focus on countries that gives you the opportunity to work while you study, a country that has high minimum wage, and a country where your language is common. I would say the US gives you an opportunity to work while you study. Finland does the same, Sweden does the same, Canada does the same, Australia does the same, Switzerland does the same. So these countries are very good because they have high educational standard and students can work while they study. So for me, you go for these countries because they speak common language, because they provide you with work opportunities even while you study. Like I said in the interview I conducted, these countries are against illegal migration. So they favor students who want to come abroad to study. They believe in getting the best heads from every country. We call it brain drain. So they set up policies that will be very friendly to students. They encourage your research. They encourage you to work while you study. And also they give you a postgraduate study visa to work after graduation. In essence, migration policy favors those who want to study. So if you are considering illegal migration, please reconsider and go for the study route. I've said this before, but I'm going to repeat myself for clarity. The first and major thing a student should be looking out for when he wants to study in a country is the ability to work. Are there work opportunities in this country? Can this country allow me to work while I study? These are the two questions you first ask. Going further, you ask about the educational system in the country. After graduation, can I move to another country I love? Does this school teach me up to standard compared to other countries? And questions like that. You should also consider language barrier, because that is one of the major things that will make you secure job opportunities in the community where you school. Say you come from a French-speaking country, you should look for countries that speak French. For example, some parts of Canada speak French. Some parts of Luxembourg speak French. In France, the major lingua franca is French. So you want to look for countries that speak French so you can be welcomed and you get a lot of work opportunities in the community where you school. Another example is German language. Germany speak the German language, Austria speak the German language. So if you are going to these countries, make sure that you are fluent with German language. Another very important aspect that you should be looking at is the tuition fee. Which country offer you less tuition fee with high benefits? That's if you don't have money. When you have money, you pursue countries with high tuition because they have a lot of work opportunities for you. The discussion of tuition fee has to be the major point. Before choosing any country, you look at how much you have to pay to schools in that country. For instance, Germany will tell you to pay a block amount to their account, and this amount is over 10,000 euros. Although education is free, but you must pay that money to their account. This money will be given to you monthly when you get to Germany. If you have the financial backing and you're financially buoyant, you go for countries like the US, Canada, Australia, Switzerland, New Zealand, the UK, because tuition in these countries are very high. Educational quality is also high, and there are lots of job opportunities for you in these countries. Then if you are on a low budget, you consider countries like Austria, Belgium, Spain, Portugal, France, Malta, Finland. These countries charge you less than the amount those countries I mentioned earlier would charge you. The cost of living in these countries are fairly low because you can earn money that will take care of you for the rest of your stay in the school. However, your lifestyle matters a lot. So cost of living is dependent on lifestyle. What do you do? How do you flex? How do you spend? What are your daily expenses? It depends on your lifestyle, the kind of person that you are. Secondly, the cost of living depends on the city where you are schooling. So my advice to you would be to avoid big cities, large cities in the US, UK, and the likes. You see New York, if you don't have money, please avoid New York. Avoid London. You could pay over 70% of your earnings towards rent, and that is very high for you. I forgot to add Dubai. Avoid Dubai. So now these cities are commercial cities. These cities are for business persons or people that want to go there on vacation. They are not for students on a low budget. So before you try any international school, please look for their location. Look for where they are situated, then you make your estimates. Yes, there are thousands of financial aid that are available to international students. Like I said before, schools are interested in your brain. So if you have the brain, they will give you a lot of scholarship. So you want to check the university websites for financial aids and scholarship or tuition discounts. You could even get teaching assistantship or graduate assistantship roles where the school will be paying you and you're working for the faculty. So as an international student, you should be ready to do a lot of research, check this university's website, and check all options and opportunities available to you. Like I said, your goal should be to find countries that you can work while you study. You see the like of Finland. Finland allows you to work for 30 hours as a student. Sweden allows you to work for 30 hours as a student. A lot of countries allow you to work for 20 hours as a student. So what you should do is look for countries where you speak common language. Because if you speak common language as the locals, there is more tendency for you to get jobs in the community where you school. Of course, like I said earlier, you might not get job as early as you think. So what you want to do is to look for their jobs platform. Some schools abroad have in their platform where you look for jobs, or you look for jobs on local websites of the community. There are lots of them. Conduct your research very well, please. If I were to give an advice to students studying abroad, I would say, first of all, get skills. Skills can help you get money, a lot of money. Because if you are skilled, you get a lot of jobs that you can be doing as a part-time hustle. I have created a lot of videos on that. It's either you learn online skills or offline skills. Online skills such as becoming a data analyst, software development, copywriting, research writing, graphic design, video editing, or offline crafts such as tailoring, hairstyling, barbing, and the likes of it. So the first thing is you should get skills before you move abroad. The second thing is for you to look for schools that allow you to work while you study. In addition, you look for countries that has a lot of work opportunities. So when you go there, you can make a lot of money, send to your family, and take care of yourself at that period. Lastly, you have to look for schools with high education standards so that once you graduate, you can get a job at that point. Graduating from a school with high standard will also give you an opportunity to work in other countries. So make sure the school you are going to is recognized in the country where you are going. If you found this information helpful, like this video, share it to students who need this information. Become my follower and turn on notifications on all my posts. Peace.